Hi, welcome back to the Carmen Marie Channel. Let's just jump right in, but I got something real funny to tell y'all. So I was trying to ask someone, what do you call things that are that's a saying? And I was told that it was called an adage. I'm saying an adage? I mean, you mean like adage? Like, so I'm sorry, y'all, but that's what we're going to talk about today. Adage or a saying or the way people have shared some things, old adages or something. But hey, I just thought it was funny. But let's jump right in because today I want to talk to you about just adage. So, and I'm just list a couple of them. I'm going to share my input on some of them just for a few minutes. But let's just, and these adages may help us with everyday life, making decisions in relationships, in financial situations, in emotional situations, socializing, family, friendship, co-workers. But let's get into it. So let's say this. One of the adages or sayings is to keep doing what you're doing if you're getting the results and the outcome you desire. If not, make a change. Now, another way that is said is like, I think if you keep repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results, that's called, I think, insanity or maybe ignorance. So let's just say you have some stuff that's going on in real life, because trust me, real life is happening all around me, but I'm on here. I'm going to keep on sharing through all the ups, downs, adversity, setbacks, and delays. So if you are getting the results and outcome that you want, then keep doing what you're doing. Think about that for a minute. What are you doing that you may not be liking the results from or the outcome from? So make a change if you don't like it. Now that's easier said than done, but it could be minor changes, not something drastic. Although sometimes it may need to be drastic. Okay, another one is, now this is one I know to be certain. Avoid making permanent decisions when you are hurting or when you have been in a bad situation. It could be social. It could be anything. But let's just say you're not feeling really good about the outcome of it, or you're so upset about it. Now, why did they do this? And how did this person do this to me? And why did they do this to me? Get over all of that. But this is the thing. And I don't mean get over them like you just move right on. But this is the thing. Experience where you are. Experience the situation where you are. Don't try to brush it off. Don't try to suppress it. Live in it. Be true to it so you can grow through it. It's to avoid making permanent decisions when you're hurting. You got to allow yourself to go through it, because you can always go back and you're going to go back and you're going to look at how you handle that situation. And it could be where you think, okay, I did not respond. I didn't give them no responses. I didn't tell them off or cuss them out in some cases that we do. I haven't done that in quite a while, but I'm sure some people do. And I'm just trying to be real because this is real talk. So you think about it. Don't make any permanent decisions when you're hurting. You might be thinking it. Just keep it to yourself. Let it come out of here just a little bit later, and the delivery may just be just a little bit more gentle and a little bit more kind. And you'll look back and you'll be very happy that you did not respond under anger or disappointment. Are your expectations, vision too small or limited? Now I'm not sure if this is an old adage, but I just had this question here because I kind of took a look at my life, and I think, okay, are your expectation visions too small? I think mine have been too small. And I say that because although I had accomplished some of the things I set out to do, but I thought I associated my accomplishment, or I associated where I was in life, with comfort. Well, when you come out of your comfort zone, that seems to be when you grow. When you if you are always content, you're always comfortable, then maybe, just maybe, you're not growing to your full potential. So I take a look at who's surrounding me, what's surrounding me, what have I accomplished in my life, and I say sometimes to myself, "Oh, what a wonderful world." Louis Armstrong. But I do think that I could have. I think until maybe a couple of years ago, I realized that my vision is too small. You know, I always want to kind of think about things that I think might be attainable, but I need to think we can consider thinking outside of that. It doesn't matter what somebody thinks. I have a lot of situations where I journaled, and I realized later in life, oh my goodness, I asked for that. That's already happened. That came to pass. That manifested. So we can think bigger, and not from a greed standpoint, just because you can have more if you ask for more. I mean, and let me clear that up just a little. If your heart is in the right place, let me say that. Now, this is one that I heard recently, and I'm sure it's been around a lot, because when I heard this recently, it's kind of like, you ever get a new car or something new, and then all of a sudden you see this car, everybody driving it, or it's a new, I don't know, it could be something that you get, and then you realize, oh, wow, you start seeing it, more and more of it. So I heard this saying several times since I last heard this at an event, and this was one of the speakers at this event said this: validation is for parking. And what she means, I'm not sure what she meant, but the way I took it is, as you don't need validation, you need confirmation. And it's like, you don't have to validate what I'm doing. I don't need it's not that I don't need your expertise or your input, but I don't need to know that everyone's in agreement with what I'm doing, or everyone understand what I'm doing, or nobody's no understand you and your relationship with God and your assignment here on this earth. No matter how much you try to explain it, they're just not going to get it. And I don't need validation anymore. I just want to know that I'm in the will. I'm walking the path that God has for me. Okay, accept people for who they are. Now look, I was having lunch. I want to name the name so bad, but I'm not going to name it because this person is so dear to me. And she said to me, accept people for who they are, but you place them where they belong. Now, we all got something or someone in our world, in our space, that this could hold true to. And I don't mean with arrogance. I just mean you based on who they are. You know, they might line up with what you do, what you don't do, how you navigate, how you roll, how you live in this world. And if they don't, you don't have to go judging people and pushing them away and all of this stuff. You just know where they belong in your life. And I think this thing here has held true to my world, because I got just a very, very few dear friends. I'm not talking about the social media friends, you know, that thing that they call friends. I think what they call it, my Facebook friends, maybe. I don't know. I'm not talking about social media friends. I'm talking about the die-hard friends, the ones that got you, the ones that understand you in some cases, and when they don't understand you, they don't agree with you, we don't judge each other, we just keep it rolling, you know, and that's it. You got to have those kind of people in your life. Otherwise, and you got to accept people for where they are. You got to embrace people for where they are, but you can place them where they belong in your life, honey, or not. Okay, I want to say the scripture today is Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. So think about what comes into your life, what comes out of your life, what comes out of your mouth, the people that you center yourself around, the world that you interact with. Yeah, we all living here in this world, but we all interact with it different. So be careful, guard your heart with the things that you listen to, the things that you see, the things that you do, and the places you go. So, and you can go some places and you can still act still have good character. So I'm not trying to say you shouldn't be here or there, or nor there. Which one is it? I'm not sure which it is, but whatever it is, be true to yourself. Be your, I like to say this, your authentic self, because that don't look the same with everybody and it's not accepted by everybody. But do it anyways, be yourself. Okay, let's see another old adage or a saying. Let's see. Do you have, and I don't know if this is a saying, but this is a question for you. I was asked this question at an event, well, not just me, but everyone attending. Do you have to dim your light so others can feel comfortable around you? Now, ask yourself that question, because if you are, then you're not growing. You're not being yourself. You're not being your true self. You shouldn't have to dim your light. Your person who you're associating with, your circle, your friendship, they shouldn't have to dim their light to make you comfortable. We should all be kind of like embracing each other. When I say embrace each other, if you know somebody ain't rolling right, then yeah, let's tell me, please, let me know. Check me, I guess what they say, check me in a good way. Come from the heart. Come from the heart. Have a good heart about it. So, do you have to dim your light so others can feel comfortable around you? And I want to talk about this for a minute because, and I don't know if this is called the sidebar or what, but I want to share this. I remember it's many years ago. I invited this military wife over my house, and I don't even know why she came. She came to my house, but she came to my house, she came to visit. Next thing I know, someone is saying, "Ooh, Miss Bougie got sheets up to her windows for curtains." Now, I let this person in my space. She went and told another military wife, and this military wife feel like she feel about me. But this is the thing I want to say about this. Be yourself. I had sheets up to my window. It wasn't because I couldn't afford to buy curtains, but I like to be creative. I like to do things the way I like to do things. So I had sheets up to my window, and I was happy with my sheets up to my window. Now, you see me as bougie, whatever that was. I like, y'all, be yourself. You want to put curtains up to your window, put curtains up to your window. You don't want to put nothing up to your windows, don't put anything up to your windows. And I want to say another thing about being yourself, because you're going to miss out. There's a creative side to all of us. And if you're not going to be genuine in that space, you're not going to be your true self. So it might not look right to the other person. Y'all, it's okay. You're not going to get everybody to jump on board with you like, "Oh, I like that." It doesn't work like that. If you want to be your true self, you got to let your true self flow. And I got another thing, like when it comes to your house, some people will be like, "Oh, look at her house. Why she got that like that? Or why he got that like that?" Well, everybody do what they want with their house. I have always been a person. Look, it's my mortgage, my rent, or whatever you're doing, I'm gonna call my rooms what I want to call them. It's a living room because you called it a living room. I'm calling this space something totally different. This is not a master bedroom. It could be the main bedroom. I call a place, sometimes it's my thinking room or my comfy spot, my beach spot. It don't have anything. This is my living room. This is my dining room. Oh, we only eat dinner here. No, I flow all through my home, and I flow. So you walk into my house, I don't know what your eyes see when you walk in, but when I'm living and existing in my space, I see comfort, and I see, when I look around, I see things that make me smile. So that's what you got to have in your home. You don't have to, but to have in your space, things that make